Hello, hi everybody. Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. Hello and welcome everybody. Please like and share as you come in. I'm just going to wait for a few minutes so others could, join us. Yeah, please come on in, guys. Come on in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Please like and share as you come in. Like and share. And if you guys can hear me, please also let me know in the comment section as well. Um, here. Hello and welcome everybody. Um, just gonna wait for others to join us so I can get all of my other stuff ready. How have we all been today? Happy weekend. Happy weekend to everybody. I'm just waiting for others to join us and then we shall get started. Okay. Welcome everybody. How are you today? Okay. Hello everybody. Thank you for joining me. Please like and share. I see a couple of new faces here. Please like and share. Please like and share. Um, Welcome, welcome. I see you guys. I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I guess we can get started. Um, I guess we can get started. I see you, Solo Jack. Welcome, Contrivix. Welcome. So, you guys see from the title there, obviously the people in the picture. You can see President. I guess I should do an intro. Hello, everybody. My name is Wemimo. I'm also known as That's Mom of Five, and also known as TMO5 Candico. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. How are you guys doing? I hope those of you who are in Nigeria, I hope you are safe. And I just try and be safe at all costs, okay? So you guys know what has been happening in the past few weeks since Reverend Dakomo, Ezekiel Dakomo came out with that plea that the US need to come because of the obviously all of the killings that has been going on in Nigeria. And I'm sure you all know what has transpired since then. However, I wouldn't want us to go back. I want to start from the news that has started this week. The news that has started this week. So I've seen a few videos, obviously, of saying that Nigerian government sold us, but I'm actually asking you all that do you actually agree? Do you believe that the Nigerian government already sold us? Because I saw a video on Instagram of I think it's like an Hausa Islamic, like a Fulani guy who was like was actually saying with his full chest that our government already sold us, that the Nigerian government already sold us. And I saw a powerful video today as well, and I'm going to be playing all of those videos with you. So I'll play those videos and I'll ask for your thoughts. But then I'm going to start from the news that we received, which was on Monday. The news of the 25 girls that were kidnapped in Kebbi. Till this moment, there's not been any reports whatsoever. Hello, Abby, our Gen Z resident. How are you, my beautiful sister? Happy weekend. I hope you had an amazing week. We've not heard any news about good evening, my baby sister. I can see all the goes that all of you. I can see all the goes in the back in the back camera of Real Farm. I need to catch up. Okay, it's good to have you here, Abby. So obviously, like I said, I don't want to go back to the beginning of all of the news. Let's start from the news that happened this week, and one of them is the 25 schoolgirls that were abducted, that were kidnapped in Kirby. So I did drop a video. I think I dropped that video yesterday, and I don't know why videos of atrocities. I've been trying to remove it. I don't even. I did a live stream 2 days ago. I don't know how I was able to remove it. Now I came on live. Now this thing is still there. I'm trying to remove it. I don't know how I got it on. I'm going to figure it out at some point. Hello, Country Vix. We are getting there. I just want to start from the beginning of the week. Please like as we come in. I know there's a lot, like I said, Country Vix. We are starting the news from what we started from the beginning of the week. So the first news that we got this week was the 25 girls that were arrested from Kebbi. And I dropped a couple of videos in regards to that. And it's like gossip, it's only gossip videos that do well on my channel. But obviously, I'm a Nigerian. There's no way I'm going to not say something about this because this is the only channel I've got. This is the only avenue I've got to put it out there. So the 25 girls were adopted. I've seen so many news, which I've also put in some of my videos, that this security personnel, senatorial, whatever from that area said they know where the girls are. And that as at Wednesday, that they were going to go get them. That in the next 48 hours or something, they will get them. So they were abducted on Monday. And as at when I dropped that video, I think I dropped that video yesterday, we've not heard any news whatsoever as to if they've actually found the girls and if they've if they've brought them back or not. Nothing whatsoever. Abby said, I'm so drained. See, Abby, you're not the only one. While I was at work today, my mind was occupied because I keep seeing different news every second. I've gotten put some issues more than others, depending on the channel. Yeah, Abby, thank you so much for that. So nothing yet about the missing 25 girls. And then come Tuesday in Kwara State, these people are in their church having a Thanksgiving service or something because 3 weeks prior, 35 people or some set of people were abducted in Kwara State. We did not hear that news. I don't think that news made it to the media that a set of people or some people were actually abducted and kidnapped in Kwara State. No, that news did not make it to social media. Why? Because apparently the governor of that city or the governor of that state apparently maybe died it down allegedly because they were in the church praying and doing Thanksgiving because they were happy that the people that were previously kidnapped were released. That was why they were in church and rejoicing. Only for the same thing that they were happy that they were able to overcome to happen again. 3 people lost their lives. 1 still battling his or her life in the hospital, and now 35 people were taken. 35 people were taken. The wife of the governor state of Kwara State came out with a false narrative that it was an attempt. Meanwhile, it actually happened. They took 35 people. 3 people died. They started burying them. And we also saw that video of that elderly woman. The elderly people, especially the Christian ones, they believe the church is their home. This is the home that they will run to no matter what. They believe the church is where they are safe, so they will go there because yes, they are old. They are now counting that the few number of years they have on earth. So they decide that okay, the few number of years they have on earth, they will spend it in the church. We all saw that video of that old woman running. If you watch that video and you are not moved, then I don't see anything else that will move you. Those people were not able to come out of that church. We all saw the kind of weapon these people carried, ransacking their bags, carrying their bags, and they end up taking 35 people. So now the news is that these kidnappers have started reaching out to each member, to the family of these people, and they are demanding 100 million naira each for one person. Please, somebody should do the math for me in the comment section. 35 times 100 million naira. They are asking for 100 million naira per each person. They took 35 people. So if you do the maths, you know how much that is. That's a lot. So what's going on? Only for this morning again, that another group of students have been kidnapped again. 52 children. I'm going to share. I've got a lot of videos I want to share with you guys. I'm just giving you guys the summary of what I'm going to be touching on today. Videos of, 52 kids were kidnapped today. Early morning, obviously last night through this morning. Nothing yet has been heard as well. Now they are saying that there was intel. The government told us also that there was intel given before the Kebbi girls were kidnapped, but then they were still kidnapped. Now they are coming out again to tell us again that intel was given that school should not open. 3.5 billion. Thank you, country Vix. The people that are living in Kwara, how are they going to be able to afford that? How are they going to be able to afford that? If at all. Hello, Vivian, be welcome. How are they going to be able to afford that? People that could barely survive, could barely feed themselves. 3.5 billion to get 35 people. So just like I was saying about the other girls that were the other children that were kidnapped overnight. So the Nigerian government are now telling us now that there was intel that that school should not resume, but the school refused and resumed. So they're now blaming the school. Because at the end of the day, why should children not go to school? It is not today that the security system in Nigeria has been non-existent. We've always said it from the one that Nigeria lacks security. You guys often hear when you know maybe it was a year or 2 years ago that I said that if I'm ever going to live in Nigeria, I'm going to go everywhere with entourage. Even now, say entourage is not going to save you. Entourage is not going to save you. So let me share a few videos with you. And before we actually share that video, and also the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Apparently, Nnamdi Kanu, from my notes here, Nnamdi Kanu was recently found guilty by the Nigerian Federal Court on 7 terrorism-related charges. And the charges including, inciting attacks on security forces and civilians in southeast of Nigeria, as reported by Al Jazeera, and that he issued illegal stay-at-home orders which disrupted commercial activity and broadcast guidance for BOMB making directed at government officials or government facilities. He was also found guilty of leading the banned organization Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, which the court held was used to further violent secessionist aims. So the presiding judge was James Omotosho, ruled that although the right to self-determination is political, any attempt to do so outside Nigeria's constitution is illegal. Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment. He was sentenced to life imprisonment rather than death penalty. Prosecutors had sought the death sentence. So that was that information there, obviously, Canon. And if you ask me, the atrocities committed by, or that are still being committed by these Islamic Fulani herdsmen, who should be behind bars? And this case of Nnamdi Kanu, if his case was tried in diaspora, it will have walked free. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, but it will have walked free because all of these things that they've accused him of, do they actually have enough evidence to actually say that, yes, they caught him doing these things? Did they find him with a weapon? Did they find him with anything to show that it was actually planning even a fraction of what these Islamic Fulani people have done? Let me read your comment. I see a few comment there. So Shola said, but 100 million naira is not up to $100 million. What is your point here? What question are you asking me? The people that they're asking, you know what, guys, I really want us to be, I don't want anybody to upset me tonight. And if you cannot make a reasonable comment, if your comment cannot be reasonable, just use the exit button and leave this show, okay? If you cannot think with your brain, or you want to decide to run ahead before me on my show, maybe you should exit this channel because I will so insult you. And in order for me not to insult you, respect yourself with the comments. And if I see a comment that does not make sense, I will just block you. You will just realize that you're not able to drop anything on my comment. So this one is asking me now that it's not up to 100 million naira, 100 billion naira. So the people that are being asked to pay 100 million naira, do these kidnappers obey them in any way? What right have they got to go invade people in their cities and kidnap them? Are you actually fucking for real? Shola, are you actually fucking for real? $1 million naira, what God, do you think they could fucking afford it? Are you actually fucking alright? If you can afford the fucking $100 million, go give it to them. Vivian B said, thank you so much for all you do, Emfa. You're welcome. You're amongst the few speaking about this topic. I've had to cancel a night out. I feel completely drained with all that's coming out. You know what? Well, thanks so much, Vivian. You're not needed here. I said make entourage no be part of them. Well, even if entourage itself now no dey, because entourage itself does not guarantee you being safe. Country Vic said, if there was intel, why not position so exactly? So now they are now blaming the schools that okay, the intel was given to the school, which meant that they asked the school to shut. While that these are children, they need to go to school. They need to go to school. We heard there have been instances of whereby they were like, all of these school shootings in America. That did not stop other schools within that vicinity from opening. They just had to exercise extra security for the schools, put in extra surveillance and stuff, put in extra things like, search students before they go into the school. So now they're now trying to blame the school because the school decided to, well, we don't even know if this intel was true. Maybe they're just using it to buy their way out. They're now heaping the blame on the school that intel was given to the school, but the school chose to remain open. I've removed that bastard from here. The people that were taken in Kwara State, these people are just living their normal life, but these kidnappers went to encroach their space and kidnap them. Now they are now asking for money. As what? As what? That you created those people that you kidnapped, and that before they can go back to the society or into the community, you need money. Like for what? Why? Exactly. Do they look like they can even afford 100,000 naira? Talk more 500k. Talk more 100 million naira per person. There are children as well. There are children as well. Let me go back before that stupid idiot, So I was just talking about Nnamdi Kanu there. So like I was saying, he has not committed a fraction of what all of these, all of the atrocities that these Fulani herdsmen and all of these bandits are committing. And yet they were actually going to sentence him to be pied, only for him to be sentenced to life imprisonment. For what? If this, like I said, if this case were to be judged in a country where justice system actually works, he will have walked free, because he's been arrested since he was first arrested in 2015. And then they charged him, obviously, in November of 2015. So if they were actually going to hear his case in a functional country with a functional justice system, he would have walked out of court. So they've held him since when? They've held him since 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So he was first arrested in 2015, October. He was first charged on the 23rd of November 2015 in Abuja. He disappeared while on bail in 2017, and he was rearrested in Kenya in 2021. So he has been detained since 2021. He has spent 4 years. They've been going back and forth, 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 up until when he was jailed. Now, in life imprisonment. Like, what evidence have they got? And I'm sure I saw a few of his videos that they were actually trying to convict him of a crime where they don't have a constitution or a policy for. Like, you want to convict him for a crime that you don't even have a law to back up the case that you want to convict him for. And yes, I understand why the Igbos are upset that this has a connotation of that is political. Yes, it's political, and we know it's political. It's glaring to see. But in my own opinion, does he deserve life imprisonment? He freaking fucking not. Because they've not seen him put a kinife to somebody's throat. They've not seen him carrying a gun and bite somebody. They've not seen blood in his hands. So how they're even able to gather their evidences, I don't freaking know. How they're able to gather whatever it is they've used on him, I don't freaking know. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, a lot of Igbos, obviously, if you go onto internet, if you go onto Instagram right now, a lot of people are speaking the likes of Cubana Chief Priest. That one, I really don't want to talk about celebrities who are into politics. We saw Cubana Chief Priest go visit Baba Tinubu, and then after Nnamdi Kanu was jailed, he came out with a long post like that saying that Tinubu will not get one vote. And then apparently somebody called him and is now promising Tinubu vote. Are these freaking people okay? Let's go to Cubana Chief Priest post. Let's go to his post. The post he made. The first one he made. Let's go there. I'm fine. I'm going to go to his page right now. I'm hoping that post is still on his page. So, this was his long episode. I'm going to read it so you guys understand where I'm coming from. So, this was after Nnamdi Kanu was jailed. So, he wrote, he tagged Balabulu, as long as MNK remains in jail, you cannot and will never get up to 10,000 votes in Southeast come 2027. As per who is he? Who is he? He continued, I will not lie to you, Papa. Yes, we've seen him and Davido go to visit Tinubu, so we all know that they are trying to obviously, get into APC 2027. I will not lie to you, Papa. As a friend of your government, I have no reason to whitewash you. MNK, that's Nnamdi Kanu, is a supreme leader of Southeast. His detention has caused us so much setback, and I'm so surprised that all your useless ministers from Southeast can't even tell you the truth because they are all cowards. None of them has capacity and can do anything to make the people love and respect you. As for governors, they will all disappoint you because what will they tell you? Absolute nothing. Only MNK release can save you. Then he went on to tag Sheyi Tinubu. All those people on that table with you at Delboro Hotel the other day are just bags of deceit, including me. They can't do anything for you. They can't even go to their hometowns because of MNK detention. So how can they help you? They only want lands from you to develop and sell. You know me, I don't need anything from you. Villa na hotel. Now, a few more days, your checkout time will reach, and only MNK can guarantee your real votes from Southeast. Look out for God. Like, when did this one start to promise votes? Anywhere Belefe is exactly, Abby. When did this one start to promise votes? When? From where to where? He continued, I was surprised when you missed his invitation. So he continued saying that and only MNK can guarantee you real votes from Southeast. Look out for Governor Alex Oti. He can convince people genuinely also. I was surprised when you missed his invitation to commission his projects in Abia when MNK hails from. Ashiwaju sent the incompetent minister a failure and betrayal to Southeast to represent him. A man who has done nothing for us to worsen it. The weak deputy speaker won't stop attacking our own favorite Governor Oti. To my father, blah, 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 whoever that is. You have done well, but will be a complete loser if you don't get MNK out. Your legacies will be swept under the carpet if you don't get it right. I believe your tactics, but with MNK, say what fucking like what tactics? What bloody tactics? Please, Governor General, do it, Papa. Help our Asiwaju well. Without MNK outside, everything shall fall into pieces. Asiwaju gave me access to the villa, gave me my first presidential handshake, because that first presidential handshake, it don't make you lose weight around your stomach. I will never forget. Talk more of watching him fail. Appeal this judgment and get it right, or get ready to check out of the villa come 2027. Southeast belongs to MNK. This is the words of the gods. Play with it at your own risks. So, obviously, a lot of people, a lot of Igbos, you can see Wane, Jack Timmy Comedy, you can see all of them, in the comment section saying, bam, that he spoke well. He spoke well. And then, obviously, he called out Alex Oti or something. Where is that other post? So, this was the guy he called out. He said there that, he woke up and the deputy speaker wrote him a text message and he deleted it. So this was where he was like, you know what, they were not going to get any votes. He kind of like called out this guy here. Guys, you can go read it. He showed evidence of the fact that the man, Ben Kalu, messaged him, and then the person deleted the message that he was hoping that the person was not, going to threaten him. And then he now made another post where he was saying something like, if they get him out, that there's going to be, so this is the one. He continues saying, I have been on call for over 42 minutes with the deputy speaker, and from all he briefed me, that was how they briefed Toyin Aimaku, the Hollywood actress. That was how Tinubu briefed Toyin Aimaku. That Toyin Aimaku needs to be called out. That was how Balabulu told her his plans for Nigeria. So Toyin Aimaku needs to come out and tell us, does the plan that Balabulu told her involves all of these crimes in Nigeria? So this one now is telling us now that the deputy speaker told him all about his briefs. He briefed me, all hopes are not lost. MNK will get freedom, hopefully, because it's now the president, it's now the government can take action as matter don't come up from court. The deputy speaker is not a weak man, as I stated earlier. He is an action man. It's just that they fail to brief us, the people, with the process of their support to secure MNK release. All hopes are not yet lost. He continued, at official Balablu, your votes are secured. Are these people okay? People are being killed anyhow, and you're still writing that they are guaranteeing Tinubu votes. If not for anything else, all of the lives that have been taken in the past few months, should people like this still be coming out to guarantee Tinubu a second term? Should they still be coming out to guarantee Balablu a second term? He said his votes are secured. Igbo people, if you give Balablu, you vote for 2027. If you don't understand Yoruba, find somebody to translate for you. The delegation coming to meet you, please listen to them, sir, as long as you help us by letting MNK come home to us. So, they'll rather have Nnamdi Kanu released and let all of these killings continue because they are promising Balabulu second term. Will MNK coming out stop all of these incessant killings? So I'm sure I dropped a comment there saying, don't worry, continue. I wrote it there just like I said, I know what, I can't believe with all of these killings, with all of this lack of security, with everything going on in Nigeria, you're still promising a president whom some of these things were happening during Jonathan Goodluck. He was freaking saying to Jonathan Goodluck like that, if Jonathan Goodluck cannot solve this issue, that Jonathan should resign. When all of these kidnappings was happening during Buhari's one, he said the same thing, that if this incompetent president cannot work, they should resign. So the same thing that he was saying to these people when they were in power should be said to him as well, that if he can't freaking fix all of this issue, then he should bloody pack his bags and leave as well. Because I don't understand. This is not making sense. People are dying. And people are here promising him votes for 2027. Are these people all right at all? Well, Kole, you know hard. Now all of them, Fulani men go carry one by one. Fulani men go carry them. Bandits go carry their people one by one. And the money that you all feel you have, you will give it to the bandits. And I hope they will release your family members when they catch them. That's that about him. Let me go to the post that I saved. So that's that. It was like I said, whatever crime they are jailing Nnamdi Kanu for. If they were to take this case to the court in a country where justice system actually works, this man would have worked. This man would have worked. It would work. And I saw a video of when he was being jailed where he cried in court, and I felt for him. And I felt for him. So you're asking me, is MNK the reason for all of these killings? So with all of these killings, so those people who are dying means nothing to the Igbo people, Abi? Because now they are saying that, yes, it's political. It's because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo person. That's why they treat him like that. It's because Nnamdi. So those people that are dying now, some of you Igbo people, now I'm not being tribalistic here, but we have to speak the truth as it is. So the Igbos would rather have Nnamdi Kanu released and keep Balablu in power while he has no freaking idea how to solve all of these lives that have been taken. Because I'm not understanding. The Igbos are because Kubanati Priest is Igbo. And he's saying to us now that it's only if MNK is out that term 2, second time is guaranteed for Tinubu. So to the Igbos, the lives of the people that are being taken, lives of the people where they die now. So Igbo people, I'm asking if an Igbo in this live stream, put in the comment section. So the people that are being killed now, this question is to the Igbos. The people that are being killed now, their lives mean nothing to you all. You rather Tinubu come back the second time when he has no freaking idea of how to solve all of these issues of people who are being killed anyhow. Because someone is asking me here now, is MNK the reason? Because a certain tribe in Nigeria is already promising votes to Tinubu, say that Tinubu will come back the second time. Because I'm not like I just can't wrap my head around this. But let's move on from there. Let's move on from this. In my own opinion, whatever it is they've charged Kanu Nnamdi for, the jail term that they've given him, it does not deserve it. It shouldn't. It should have worked. Maybe they give him 5 years. But life imprisonment, they were actually looking to buy him. That was what they were asking for. But life imprisonment, no. It's definitely a miscarriage of justice. And like I said, if his case were to be held in any European court, it would have walked out of court a free man. But let's move on from that. I'm not political here, okay? I hate talking about politics, but is the news out there? And yes, I know a little bit about what's been going on because I've been catching updates about the news of what I've seen several videos of him in court defending himself, changing lawyers, and all of that. He deserves to walk free because that's somebody else's father. That's somebody's father. He is somebody's husband. Whatever they are aiming to achieve by locking him up is known to them. It's known to them, but even person with no sabi politics, if you follow this man case, you go no say come. Now no see blood for your hand, now no see gun for your hand. Why I want to make it go quiet for what? Because he stood up to say this is how things should be done. That this is how he wants it. Just like people are clamoring that hey, make them divide Nigeria. Do you know thousands of people who have said that? Do you know, even as we said that Trump is coming now, do you know how many people are saying that Trump should come? So if they are going to carry everybody, they should carry everybody for Nigeria now. Say because Trump is, we all agree that Trump should come. Let's move on from here. So I'm going to go back to, obviously, there's tons of video everywhere. Well, I am Daniel Clocks. I think you should go and read what he wrote. He is saying, I think you should, maybe because I was rushing that reader, go to his page and see what he wrote there. And the caliber of people under his comment section agree with him. Most of them, majority of them are Igbos. So if you say he does not represent if he doesn't represent the Igbos, well, I don't know about that, but yeah. So, like I said, since all this news of killings, I've seen a lot of videos today that I have saved, and I just shake my head. I'm trying to upload them. I'm trying to showcase some of those videos. One of them that caught my eye was the one of where, let me find that video actually. This one, I want you to listen to it. There was a video I saw. Let me see if I can find that video on X. This guy explained how they recruit Boko Haram, ex-Boko Haram people, how they recruit them into the army, they recruit them into the police, they recruit them everywhere. Because I've been asking that all of these people with all of these guns, where do they get them from? Who provides for them? Who provides these things to them? Let's watch that video first before this one. Let me share my screen with you guys. Please like and share as you come in. I want you guys to listen to this and let me know in the comment section if it actually makes sense.
Something like this came up. Whenever I'm making videos like this,
let's start from the beginning.
First of all, I'm glad that something like this came up. So whenever I'm making videos like
he made this video based on the report that Sahara newspapers made. So Sahara newspaper did an exclusive article saying how repentant Boko Haram members leak Nigerian Army movement, because there's been news in the past that US wants to work with the Nigerian Army, and they were meant to go. I think was it the one where they were meant to go get the Chibok girls or something? There was meant to be an operation they were meant to work with Nigerian Army with. They already agreed on intel and how to do, only for them to get to the only for them to get to the location and realize that all of what they discussed during their intel has been shared. Apparently, they said they were going to go in there with some gas and stuff like that, only for them to enter there and see Boko Haram people, they wear gas mask, and they were like, ow, So meanwhile, which makes it that Nigerian and then the US would not want to work alongside the Nigerian Army. And so they would rather want to come in on their own. But let's listen to how this guy explained it. Let's listen to this.
Most people feel like I'm just talking. I don't know what they talk about, not just content that they create. This is not content for me. I know what I am saying. Now, soldiers are complaining that bandits in the army are giving out information to their former commanders. I don't talk this thing tired before. You go arrest a known bandits, they don't give you order to unalive them. So you know go against that order. So you hand over these bandits to the right authority for them to do the needful. But instead, they go carry and go camp. After some months, they go say, don't repent. He's not a good person. The next thing, they go put her inside army. Not just, they go put them inside army or then put them for police. In fact, they separate them. Some go army, some go police, some go Navy, some go Air Force. Special candidates. Person where you arrest like 8 months ago. Today is now your colleague. When I did the same duty. So how can you be so comfortable that these same terrorists will watch your back if anything happens? This person, they are still loyal to their former commanders.
Exactly.
They are terrorist commanders. They are loyal to them. Now, the reason why these soldiers go make plans on how to launch an attack, the next thing, they don't hear everything.
Exactly.
They know everything when it happen. They know the kind of weapon where they base. They know numbers of soldiers where they are around. They know everything. Courtesy of the so-called repentant Boko Haram that the government push into the military. To do what? To fight their fellow, their not even formal colleagues. They are still colleagues. It just be like you send somebody undercover to, work with the enemy. That's what they are doing. They are still loyal to the commanders. They still do dirty work for them. I say you go plan something. Men go plan something. After they finish that meeting, bandits or Boko Haram don't hear everything.
Exactly.
How you want to fight that can fight? How you want to achieve your aim with saboteurs they inside your camp? Think about it. These people are terrorists. They were caught. They did not go to prison. They went for military training. And now they are soldiers working together with the same soldiers that arrested them. But they are still loyal to their former terrorist commanders, giving out information. If soldiers they pass here, bandit Boko Haram don't know that road they pass, they'll lay ambush. Come on, Nigerian government, come on. Come on. What are we doing?
You guys heard that. I don't have any reason not to believe this guy. Because this now takes me to the next video I wanted to play on Instagram. And this one was a particular army soldier, whatever. Hear what he has to say. Let's listen to that one. That is when we know that Nigeria, we are on a long thing. Listen to this one, though.
Everyone, you need to come on board. Boko Haram should lay their arms unconditionally and be accepted in the community.
Can you hear? Boko Haram should lay their arms down and they should be accepted back into the community. People that have fight people, you say that they should lay down their hands and they should be accepted back into which community? Say community prison that they've already opened for them that they will be locked into. Because I really want to know what community this Agbedo man is asking that they should allow Boko Haram be allowed back into.
Opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from.
Can you hear him? It's like
his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country.
Can you hear? A Boko Haram that revive his way stands to become a president of this country. A killer will always be a killer.
He wants to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? We will do that. But we have appealed to them, including their detractors.
They said they have appealed to Boko Haram to lay their arms down and they should be accepted back into the community. That it could be any position in the country, Nigeria. Can you guys hear? Coming from Anamio? Give me a reason why I should believe that this one is not giving information to Boko Haram people. Tell me one reason why I should not regard him as even a terrorist himself.
I mean, they are collaborators. To see reason to, as fast as possible, quickly drop their arms so that we can once again reoccupy our peaceful position in Nigeria forever.
Our peaceful position again in Nigeria. This man is part of Boko Haram. I'm not sorry to say. So that we can occupy our peaceful position in Nigeria again. Who are the our? Who are the our he referred to in that last sentence there? Nigeria, we are on a long thing, though. We are on a long thing. We are on a long thing. So, there's a few videos I actually want us to watch. And I'm going to play another video of where somebody I claimed that somebody saw how some of the students were being walked on foot out of the school. But before then, I saw a video again where they said that they are going to start recruiting Nigerians to become army by force. You guys are in a long thing. They're going to start recruiting Nigerians to join the army by force. This man says, if Nigerian youths refuse to join the army, we will make it mandatory for everybody from the age of 18 and above to join. The 10,000 recruited last year are nowhere to be found. Can you guys hear? The man said, if Nigeria youths refuse to join the army, we will make it mandatory for everybody from the age of 18 and above to join. Me, I wrote there, start recruiting your children first. And other people were like, start recruiting all the first sons of the governors, all the first sons of all the politicians in Nigeria. Start recruiting them first. Now then we're going to say not serious. I don't know if there's a video. Okay, it's an article. So this was said by Chief of Army Staff Shaibu, announcing recruitment of 24,000 soldiers. So he said that if Nigerians are refusing to join the army, that they will make it mandatory. Guys, let me know what you think in regards to that. Let me know what you think in regards to that. Okay, so federal government shut 47 unity colleges. So they are starting to shut schools now since that incident happened in Kebbi. It says that the federal government has ordered the immediate shutdown of 47 unity colleges across Nigeria following the latest wave of attacks on schools in Kebbi and Niger states. The directive came after armed men invaded schools in both states, abducting students and staff and killing at least one official. In a circular sent to principals on Friday, November 24th, Ajia Binta Abdulkader, Director of Senior Secondary Education at the Ministry of Education, said the closure was approved by the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, as a precautionary move in response to rising security threats. They continued, in quotes, sequel to the recent security challenges in some parts of the country and the need to prevent any security breaches, the Minister of Education has approved the immediate closure of the listed federal unity colleges with immediate effect, the circular stated. So schools are being closed now. Yes, like I said, our Nigerian celebrities, in my own opinion, they're not doing enough. A lot of them has YouTube channels with thousands of followers that if they drop a movie now in 24 hours, they are getting 2 million views. Why are they not using their channels to put the news out there? Why? Mr. Macaroni has always been very, very vocal since NSAS. The others are just either retweeting another post of their fellow celebrities, and some just wrote a short message on their page. I think, in my own opinion, they could do better. Yes, there's been a debate that has been happening in the US. Obviously, they are listening to witnesses' information as to what happened in the last. I think I'm going to play some of those videos, and it's crazy that it is people who actually don't live in Nigeria that are telling the world that this is what is going on in Nigeria, and they are actually asking some Nigerians questions about their experience. I saw a testimony of a woman who explained how 4 of her children were killed in her presence by bandits. We're going to get there. So obviously, he's here saying, Mr. Macaron saying, and to the Nigerian Senate, my goodness, you people are so useless. We have a Senate that sings, on your mandate we shall stand. And one certain governor, one illiterate governor, is saying that if you don't wear Tinubu cap, you can't come to a certain meeting. Swearing allegiance to the president, you are supposed to be checking and balancing. You can't even summon the president and ask questions on behalf of the people of Nigeria that you ought to be representing. But they know how to share money, prayers to their mailboxes, and oppress Nigerians with the same power the people have given to them. Embarrassing lots. President Tinubu, you said you had all the answers to end terrorism. You said any president who could not protect the people is incompetent. Any school child that has been abducted is a result of your incompetence. The blood of Nigerians being shed as an act of terrorism is on your head. I don't think Balabulu is saying anything. So he put all of that post there. He continued, you know what? He's been very, very vocal, guys. He said here the president, ministers, governors, senators, House of Representative members, and every other public official work for Nigerians. Every one of you. And all of you are and should be made accountable to the people of Nigeria. You better wake up. Exactly. To the APC slaves who have sold their conscience and dignity for the misfortune of scraping leftovers at a table where they should be kings and queens, no amount of attacks against my person will ever stop me from speaking against the government's failure and incompetence. And he's right. He's absolutely right. So, this reverend is still talking. They're actually after his life now. They're telling him to stop talking. I thought this was a video, but it's not playing.
Somebody says, Reverend Gachomo, stop exposing the government, your own government, your country. I say, oh, so I'm now exposing my government in which they are watching me right inside Asoro on social media. Then I say,
welcome
what
everybody.
of me?
Please like the live stream for me, please.
That the same government expose us to Fulani killings by refusing to stop Fulani from killing us. Are they not exposing us to them? Their silence is exposing the Christians all over Nigeria. Now, the Boko Haram, they swap, that they are divided, they are rejoicing, they kill because they know the government cannot do anything when they kill us. They have exposed us to Islamic terrorists.
Exactly.
By their silence.
Exactly.
Not only silence, they came out publicly and say there is no genocide on Christian. That is another exposure.
That's shocking.
That we are lying. I was at the gravesite from Abuja today. When I was just climbing Hawan Kibo, a phone call comes and say, Reverend, have you heard what is happening? I say, what is happening again? I told they have attacked another one, and that one is more attack. It's more stronger. Sheikh Gumi, the son of late Gumi, that used to go and bargain with terrorists. He came out and said all the corpses
they were not real.
that we buried is a lie. It's only coffin.
Can you imagine?
We buried coffin. All of them, they are empty. I've mailed his name. He must appear through Interpol. Even when he hides in Saudi Arabia, already they have, even if he hides in Saudi Arabia, I'm very sorry for him. They will fish him out. He will appear in the International Criminal Court of the world to come and testify. And I want they will put high delegate together with Minister of Defense, SSS of Nigeria. They must be at the grave. I've told the youth in the village to guard the village, to guard that tomb. Because very soon, they will send their machineries to come and dig the grave in the night.
And
remove evidence.
Exactly, to move the stuff there. This is powerful.
The security men that are working in that village, I said they should help in guiding the village. The tomb, the monument. And I want the chief judge of Nigeria must be present. if really they want sincerity, factual, they should be present. Chief of Defense, Chief of Army Staff, GOC must be present. Let us dig the grave and see what is there. Who is lying?
Exactly.
Turning my tears to become a hypocrite dress. There is an empty coffin. God of vengeance will fight. Go to my Facebook, you will see me crying at the grave. I command the grave by the power of Jesus to release her anger, to hunt down Shegumi wherever he is. He will never know peace. Somebody says.
So obviously, I heard that they've placed a bounty on the head of this man. If he was actually lying, why place a bounty on him? Why place a bounty on him? Let me read some of your comments. Vivian said the US said there are 22 terrorist groups in Nigeria. Nigerians don't know what's cooking. Kwara to Ibadan, Lagos, Benin is not far. That's why I was saying that. We might think that this thing is happening in the north. Slowly. I saw something earlier on, and I'm going to share with you guys. Somebody in the US was able to share information that he has from his people who are on the ground in Nigeria with a drone, saying that there are some bandit sects that are now in Kwara. In fact, they've been camped in Kwara for a very long time. And there's another place not far from Kwara that they're already camping in. They are in the deep bushes that people don't even know that people could actually live in those areas. I will share. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. So this was said. So what when they were killing our. Vivian said, Gumi's son is in the military. Tell you all you need to know. Hello, Sam Lerish. Welcome. How are you? That's the kind of man Ibadan Muslims invited to give speech day before yesterday. Can you imagine? I've got lots of videos. I don't think I'll be able to play them tonight, but let's keep moving. Okay, this is the post that I was sharing with you. So this person said, if an army officer all the way from the US can organize his own personal intelligence right here in Nigeria, how much more our government on ground? So it says that the United States Army officer uncovers bandit hideout in Ogun State. So they're already in Ogun State. So according to him, it says, an intelligence agent that I have on ground has uncovered another herdsman hideout. This time, I'll reveal it because of what happened today. The hideout is in Ajebo, Obafemi Awolowo, LGA, Ogun State, and they are fully armed and will strike anytime soon. Yoruba land is also not safe. If you are on my page celebrating bloodshed because the president is your tribesman, exactly. So he's sharing videos.
Fulani settlement in Ajabo, Ogun State, Obafemi Awolowo local government.
Can they not go there and infiltrate? Can they not go and check what's there? Hello, Glory Choma, welcome. Exactly, Vivian, deep forest. That's where they are now. He continued, these are aerial images I have of their hideout zone. They are not too far off from key attack points in Ajabo, like the local primary school and the Foursquare Gospel Church. Okay. They are a 10-minute walking distance from the Foursquare Medical Center and main town. He continued, this is another hideout that they have set up in Ajabo. There are thousands of these across, can you hear? Thousands of these across Nigeria, and more of these are springing up in the south. All communications will be tracked in real time to keep my people safe. The security agencies are told not to intervene, and some of them who take action get dismissed from service. It's a war that many have not woken up to. Igbo land must and will survive. I'm not sure about the rest. Okay. So this was to keep showing images, area views of where he's seen them camping in deep forests. If person will sit down for America, fee pay people for grants, maybe they and they do all of these things. Why is our government not able to? Why is it that our own government do not have this? Look at all these many camps. Can you see? Can you see them? It said there are thousands of this all over Nigeria. Who know how deep they've infiltrated every state in Nigeria? Who knows? They can be seen moving around motorcycles in their hideouts. Some even brandish their weapons. The circled object is a GUN and not a pulse. So the circle weapon there, you see, they said is a weapon. more images. More images. The rest of the videos and intel will be for my use and the American government's usage. The Nigerian government cannot fool anyone. They also bring in women and other members from Niger Republic. Many of them are heavy DRUG users that freely smuggle in DRUGs with the assistance of security agencies like the police. You see? Now the police wish you already fight for this. And this person said, zoom your lenses to Ayekpe area of Ogun State Southwest. They have a camp there too. You guys are listening. They are everywhere. These Yorubas eating on Igbos never know how much they will pay to their Fulani master. This is not, like I said, this is not even about tribe now, because this thing is affecting everybody. Not be only Igbos move everywhere. Even other people move everywhere. Is it only Yoruba land that Yoruba people live? Yoruba people also live everywhere now. My brother stays in Abuja. Not be only the Yoruba people they live for Abuja. Not be Hausa people they live in Abuja. Igbos live in Abuja. We all live everywhere. So all this issue is impacting everybody. It's not just any certain tribe. That's what I'm trying to put across here. Because at the end of the day, this Nigeria belongs to all of us. It does not belong to one tribe. Nigeria belongs to everybody, not one tribe. Not one tribe. And obviously someone is correcting him about the pronunciation. That's that. And then there's a video of a pastor that I saw that I actually listened to, and that also shook me. I don't know if this is a video. So that's another attempt of people coming out say what the Fulani people did. Yeah. No, not this video. I'm trying to find it. So this is the interview that's been going on. I was saying about, what was it called? So it says here that the U.S. congressman is like a sitting. I think that's the meeting they will have before they can actually decide if the U.S. is going to come into Nigeria or not. So it says here that U.S. Congress public hearing. Yeah, U.S. Congress public hearing on Nigeria as country of particular concern. So that's that meeting there. Yeah, guys, if you go onto channel television, you will find it here. There are snippets. I think this is the one where a woman was discussing how she watched 4 of her children being unalive in her presence.
Reduce this persecution and targeted violence, and to what extent, if any, has the government's accountability made any improvement in reducing these persecutions?
So as I mentioned in my opening statement, thank you for your question, Representative Baird. The Nigerian government has to do more. There have been attacks where 0 perpetrators have been held to account and 0 prosecutions. Heinous attacks that cost lives, that drive people out of their homes. There are hundreds of thousands, not millions, of internally displaced peoples, and those individuals who caused that displacement have not been held to account. So as SBO Pratt mentioned, we're having high-level engagement with the Nigerian government. We have a great partnership on a lot of issues like security, trade, other things, but we're encouraging them to actually take ownership of this responsibility and prosecute the criminals and terrorists who have perpetrated this persecution.
So do you feel like there's any movement on the part of the government, Nigerian government, to do that, to move to protect their people? I mean, I just wanted a hint of whether they're moving that direction or not.
So I think President Trump took bold action in redesignating Nigeria as a CPC, and that, I believe, has gotten the attention of the Nigerian government. We're engaged in high-level dialogues with them, including this week at the very highest levels. We're planning engagement on the ground, both through our embassy there and other trips, to make sure that Nigerians hear our very important message that they have to do better. So I think we're making progress in the right direction. President Trump's bold action on the CPC designation was an important step. It's gotten their attention in the Nigerian government, but we need to do a lot more.
Part to reduce this persecution and targeted violence, and to what extent, if any, has the government's accountability made any improvement in reducing these persecutions?
So as I mentioned in my opening statement, thank you for your question, Representative Baird. The Nigerian government has to do more. There have been attacks where 0 perpetrators have been held.
I think we've already listened to that. So that meeting is currently going on, and it was this meeting that evidence was shared where that woman explained how 4 of her children were killed by bandits.
If you have the
so here it says here that this is the man. This man here, I don't know how they allowed this man leave Nigeria. He has now allegedly claimed asylum in Turkey. This man, if this man is held, he will give them all the details they need to know about all the bandits in Nigeria. in my own opinion, is the leader of the bandits in Nigeria. If they find this man, they will find where all the leaders of the even all the people that are funding all those bandits, they will find them. Because even when you hear him talk, the things that he says. So the write-up, so this person said these bandits have their own territories in Nigeria, which they control. That's why we need to make peace with them so they can protect us. That's what this man is saying. And so that they can protect us and our forests. Gradually, we can then educate them. Sheikh Gumi says in a new interview from his hideout. He's in Turkey. People know because when he was fleeing, there's a page on Instagram that I follow. It's called Barrister Street. Somebody who has intel shared it with them that he is leaving. He has fled Nigeria. So how did they allow him leave Nigeria? How did he? No, that road he traveled. He take travel go to Turkey. Did you not travel by the airport? He has already fled Nigeria, and there's been report that he is in Turkey, that he went to claim asylum in Turkey. So he's calling for a peace deal. Yeah, exactly. He's calling for a peace deal with the same terrorists who recently killed a brigadier. We saw a live video, guys. I thought it was a still image. When I click on the image, I don't realize that it was a video. It was not until after I watched that I realized that, oh my fuck, like why did that open this post? Live execution of that brigadier. Only Nigeria would they fire a whole brigadier, and Nigerian Army, all of them, they are looking like, because they are so used to people dying and nobody can be held accountable, nobody's held responsible. Let's hear him.
Bandits on your side. Okay. I'm telling you, Lakara will not have a footstep in Nigeria. Oh, okay. So the bandits will now, attack them instead. And then definitely, because even the bandits, they have area of control. Amazing. This one doesn't encroach on this area, and this one doesn't encroach in the area. So when you make peace with bandits, they will protect for you the forest you are talking about. All right, Sheikh. And they prevent further kidnapping, and then gradually and slowly, gradually educate them and civilize them. All right, it's a simple way out. Thank you very much, Sheikh. You need to spend money. If you have the bandits on your side, I'm telling you, Lakara will not have a footstep in Nigeria. Oh, okay. So the bandits will now, attack them instead.
You guys hear there that they should negotiate. That they should negotiate. Ataya. There's a video I actually want you guys to watch. I saved a lot of videos with the hope that I'll be able to do a sit-down video. So what? Okay, I saved this under US and Nigeria. Let me go under the post. I even have this post. I saved them, in order of how I want to speak about it. So the government. So this is where they are now saying that they are now blaming that school. The governor of Niger State has blamed the management of St. Mary's Primary and Secondary School for the abduction of students. Can you imagine? How have they protected those schools? They are now blaming the school, saying that because there was intel, they did not listen to the intel. This is the report they released. So this school confirmed. The school said attack and kidnapping of pupils, students, and teachers of St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools, Papiri, Niger State. This is to inform us that armed attackers invaded St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools in Papiri, Niger State in the early hours of 21st November 2025. In the early hours of today, abducting some people, students, teachers, and a security personnel who was badly shot. The incident occurred between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., causing fear and distress within the school community. The Catholic Diocese of Kontagara strongly condemned the attack and expressed deep concern for the safety of the kidnapped children and their families. Security agencies were immediately informed and have begun coordinated efforts to ensure the safe rescue and return of the victims. The thing that is annoying me is the fact that all the Christian bodies in Nigeria have not come out to say anything or even condemn this. It does not matter if you are Pentecostal or what's it called? Pentecostal or what's the other one? How do they call them? It does not matter if you are Pentecostal or Olden Day Church, if you are Anglican or whatever. It does not matter, because at the end of the day, we are calling the same God, right? No, I've not seen any Christian any church say that, oh, we condemn, because at the end of the day, these are children of the same faith as other churches. They continued, the bishop assured the public that the diocese is actively collaborating with security operatives, community leaders, and government authorities. The diocese called on the public to remain calm, support security efforts, and continue praying for the safe and quick return of all abducted. It's also reaffirmed its commitment to the protection of children and promised to provide further updates as verified information becomes available. May the Lord. So now, that governor there is blaming the school for opening the school. They claim that there was an intel that was given to the school. If there was an intel and the school decided to open, how did they protect the school? Did they provide security? Did they provide the security? The school should let us know now if they receive intel or not. That is how we are going to know who is lying. The school needs to let us know if they actually received intel or not. Because at the end of the day, they are the government. How did they protect the school? How? This pastor just gave a solution to the government if they want everything solved. There's a video of a pastor.
President solve. If a president wants a solution, there's something he can do. Should I tell you? You're not talking. Should I say all this problem? If the president will do well, should arrest all our pastors.
Can you guys hear?
Another fathers here.
Àti bàbá wa tó wá láti ìlú Èkó
gan. Father from America.
Bàbá tó wà lọ́nà express yìí, somebody shout hallelujah kan gbé òun náà.
Father over there.
Zion Dimoti kan gbé òun náà. Eskaya kan gbé òun náà.
Eskaya should be arrested.
Kan wá rú gbogbo wa lọ Abuja.
Take us to Abuja.
Kan wá tì wá mọ́ Eagle Square.
And you put us in Eagle Square.
Kí Tinubu wá sọ pé.
And Tinubu should say.
Ohun tí mò ń sọ ó wà nínú Bíbélì o.
It's in the scripture.
Màá fẹ́ tí president wa bá fẹ́ kó solve.
If a president want a solution,
màá fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ nínú Bíbélì.
I will establish.
Kí Tinubu wá sọ pé.
Tinubu should say.
Kó wá bá wa.
Should come to us.
Ká gbé microphone fún.
And give us microphone.
Kó ní ha.
Yes.
Tí ìṣòro orílẹ̀-èdè ò bá solve.
If the nation problem does not solve.
Láàárín ọjọ́ mẹ́ta.
Within 3 days.
Kó pe èmi kó mú mi jáde láàárín
omi. Let me out of them.
Kó gbé sójà kó tí kò náà ti kó sójà bíi 5,000 kí wọ́n fi mú òbòbò lé kí wọ́n kó ìbọn tiwa báyìí. Kó wá sọ pé
and say
tí ẹ ò bá gbàdúrà
if you don't pray
kí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí padà bọ̀ sípò
come back to that place.
Ẹni tí mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ fi ṣàpẹẹrẹ
the first example.
Kó wá mú mi jáde láàárín wọn.
Bring me out of there.
Kí wọ́n gbébọn fún mi kó sáà.
Shoot me like that.
Kí n ta kúkúkúkúkúkú kó níbi gbogbo yóò ṣe kú nù. Ẹ̀ẹ́dì táwọn èèyàn ó kí gbé. Gbogbo àwọn bàbá yìí yóò sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀. Màá fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ nù.
What he said is actually true. In as much as it's funny, it's actually true. Let me read your comment. Yes, so Ngozi Martha, we don't have a government. I've said it in my last video I did. We don't have a government. Vivian said, so Sam Gumi's interview was held in Turkey. Yes, now he's in his hideout. He was interviewed via Zoom. I doubt it was in Ibadan this week, my opinion only. I mean, he left Nigeria. He's definitely not in Nigeria. Sam Lyric said, Christians don't have good representation in Nigeria. Absolutely true. You are right. Yes, so Sam, the pastor is funny, but now truth to the talk, when they gather all of them, make them put soldier in front of them. Now all of them, they will start to see visions. Yes, at this point, yes, even as a parent, at this point, I will advise parents to go withdraw their children. It's better you see your children day to day, kuru. At this point, they should go withdraw their children. They should go withdraw their children. Vivian said Niger State Governor's convoy was pelleted with stones. I saw that as well. Now I know why. I don't even want to know what the lungs of the people in that state looks like. The dusty road in 2025 is unacceptable. I saw the video as well, and I was just like, oh more. They should have gathered enough correct brick to break his windscreen for him. Vivian continues saying, clearly the man only cares about his pocket, not fixing the state's amenities. So why would he care about the kidnapped children? Like guys, I don't even know what to take of Nigeria. I don't even know what to say for Nigeria anymore because it's just too much. It's just too much. And also, this man said that there is no genocide in Nigeria. So this They should remove that Reverend Father from his name. Saint Alia is a total disgrace to the Catholic priesthood, even though he's no longer in union with the church because of his political ambition, choosing a political throne over priestly vows. The mark of ordination never disappears. Once a priest, always a priest, and because of that, we expect truth, courage, and moral clarity from him, not political gymnastics. While communities in Benue have been wiped out, churches burnt, exactly. We all saw Yewata. Farmers murdered, women assaulted, and villages taken over. Governor Alia stands before the world and boldly declares that there is no religious genocide in Benue. Let me find that video.
Of the cloth. So I am a reverend father. So being in governance does not take that away from me.
Oh,
I am still a reverend father.
You are no longer.
I came in as a governor, as a reverend father. I am working with the fear of God and the compassion of Christianity and humanity. And at the end of the day, I'm still going back to the church as a reverend father and a good Christian. So that is for the record. We need to understand this. In my state of Benue, we don't have any religious, any ethnic, any racial, any national or state genocide. We don't have that. Do we have a number of insecurities in the state? Yes, we do. But it is not a genocide. Someone would need to go through the of the cloth. So I am a reverend father. So being in governance does not take that.
Said there's no genocide in Benue. Yelweta. If that happens anywhere in the country, they will have called that country a state of emergency. There's a video I want to play that I found I want to play. It was by a pastor. And I think I reposted it on my page. I think I reposted it. Let me see if I can find it. I think I reposted it. Okay, this is the video. Guys, I think this is going to be the last video I'm going to play. And if you guys want me to drop the link so we can take a couple of calls, we'll take a couple of calls and call it a day. Because, guys, it's very, very tiring. Now, I'm even terrified of opening Instagram every day. But let's listen to this pastor. And when I listen to it, or more, goosebump. I was at work when I saw it, and goosebump filled my entire body. But let's listen.
The baby Lagos. Is there religious genocide?
See that I didn't even realize that this was a Mashimolowo. It was not until after I read the caption that I realized that this is that it was once he told us that he was born a Muslim. I was like, so he was born a Muslim. So this is Pastor Matthew Ashilo. Listen to what he has to say.
Like a Nigerian. There was beheading in Kano because Reinhard Bonnke came to hold a crusade and they said Christian crusade is not allowed. Not only did they destroy the equipment, they cut Christians. Is that genocide or not? Deborah Samuel, a girl in a polytechnic in the north in Nigeria, she saw on the platform of her class that people were posting religious, and she said, hey, this platform is for our study, not for religion. They killed her. And when it became a court case, 52 barristers who hold a religious faith different from her showed up to defend the guys who killed her. Is that genocide or not? Evangelist Eunice in Greater Abuja went out 5 a.m. to do what we used to do down south here. We knew people who would wake up and be waking people to prayer. That's what Evangelist Eunice did, and they hacked her to death. We cannot say there is no religious intolerance. If you say there is no religious intolerance, explain to me why. Matasine in the 70s, a man who rose and began to teach a form of Islamic cleansing that says anybody who was not of that particular belief must die. Is that not genocide? And is that fair in a secular nation? 270 girls were carried out of a school. They were all Christians. The people who carried them committed 5 crimes. 1, child molestation, because they raped these girls. Nigeria's criminal law says that you sleep with anyone under 18, which is the age of consent, it's a crime. 2, if you carry a person against their will across border, it's trafficking. I thought we have human trafficking laws. 3, you force these people to change religion. 4, you force them into marriage. That is the 4th criminal offense. 5, some of them were violently raped. And then 6, Some of them were killed. The same people who committed this crime, you said you forgave them. Who forgave them? Where were they forgiven? Which court of law? Is it the government that said, okay, we suspend the criminal laws of Nigeria in the case of Boko Haram? Who did it? If you now say you forgave them, where are they? It is rumored that some of them are now repented and you brought them into the army. How can a man who killed and committed all this crime now qualify to be a defender of the nation? It is rumored that some of them are in the Air Force. How can a man like that defend the Federal Republic of Nigeria? How can we entrust him in the country where I live at the moment, in England? If you touch a child, you know, rape and you touch a child in an indecent way, you will be in the register of child molesters. And the moment you change local government, you must go and report yourself as a child molester, so you can be on the books of child molesters. You don't need the police to do it. You have to go and report yourself. Once the court have passed a case against you that you molested, there are jobs you cannot get. But in our own case, we said these guys are forgiven. 1, who forgave? 2, where were they forgiven? 3, where did we see their repentance? 4, where is the fruit of their repentance? So we cannot say that there is no genocide. In case you don't know, what you know as Kaduna State was once including Katsina, and on grounds of religion, Katsina State was cut off because the majority of Katsina State was Islamic, and what remained as Kaduna State was majority what we call Southern Kaduna. And despite cutting and now having Kaduna State, the south of Kaduna State is 99% Christian, producing Professor Ishaya Audu, first Vice Chancellor Amadu Bello, producing General Ishaya Bameyi, producing former Deputy Governor Central Bank Melafia. But somebody was still not satisfied and wanted their land, and particularly under the watch of a particular governor, probably 23,000 of these people died. Is it not so? And if people of that number died, I mean, some people were being hacked, cut like animals because you wanted their land and because they didn't follow your religion. Is that genocide or not? You will have to answer.
Sam Lyrics, I don't think that's true. I don't think Gumi was in Ibadan. Gumi left Nigeria sometimes last week. There's a page, like I said, there's a page on Instagram that I follow. I'll share that page with you guys. They reported it there that he left Nigeria, that he's already gone to claim asylum in Turkey. I don't think it's in Nigeria. I don't think so. So I don't think it was in Ibadan.
I haven't answered any of your question yet. But if you say there's no genocide, answer my questions. I was born a Muslim. My name is Ahmed. My mother is Aishat. My brother is Mudashir. My sister is Khadijat. My dad is Salam. I was born in 1952 in Zaria, born in the military barracks. I grew up in Kaduna, Zaria, Kaduna, Kanu. So my answer does not come out of just newspaper, but experience. And then, if all that is not genocide, and if it is just religious intolerance, what happened when Melafia came out and said, I am from southern Kaduna, and 23,000 of our people died, and actually, when we call people who should come and defend them, the military, the police, they don't show. It is after the people are gone that they show. And they say they have it on good record that some mysterious helicopters are coming to give these people equipment. Is that not a plan at genocide? If you say that is not genocide, what shall we say of what's going on in particularly states in the north that are of Christian conviction? Benue State, even today's Vanguard reports Gwande local government where people were hacked. And the plan is to chase them out. And some people come to occupy. And when I say some people, let me be bold to say Fulani herdsmen, and some of the guys carrying gun come to occupy. One of the songs on radio in the north will say, Babanka Sanshi will not put you. That song says that the whole of Nigeria is the land belonging to Shehu Dafodio. And until that is achieved, they reach Kwara. It may be Lagos.
Exactly. You guys, they reach Kwara. It may be Lagos. I already said this. Guys, I think there's one more video I wanted to play before we go, actually. So the video where the lady alleged that, okay, so this person said, in quote, it was over 200 students taken from St. Mary Private Primary and Secondary School in Niger State, some as young as 3 and 4. They were seen being led through the bush. According to my mom, a plane was spotted in the area. Can you guys hear? Let's hear the explanation of this lady.
I just finished speaking with my mom, and let me tell you guys, my mom said they went to Papiri because from Papiri to where we are staying is not even up to 15 minutes. They went there because my sister, Anwuli, is in that school. She's currently in secondary school. In that school, they went there, and it was more than 200 students. They picked up more than 200 people.
If this is true, then the school needs to give a record of the students that are missing just now. Because this is a boarding school, right? So she's saying that they took more than 200. So the school needs to come and give, attend like what children are missing, how many in total. But let's hear her.
In that school, some are 4 years, 3 years, some are 4 siblings, some are 3 siblings. They picked up all these people, and they tied them like sheep and goats walking inside bush. They tied them. My mom said people that were coming to that school, some parents that were coming to that school through the road, through the bike, that they saw them. They saw them they saw their kids on the road walking inside bush. They were tied like goats, like sheep. This is getting out of hand. More than 200 people were kidnapped this morning. More than 200. And Anwuli, I just finished speaking. She was so lucky to escape because they in secondary school that they didn't get to secondary school part. They got to the primary school section and they jumped fence. Anwuli is currently in the house now. I just finished speaking with my mom. They jumped fence. Most of their classmates jumped fence. They were able to capture the little children, 4, 3, 5 years. That was the people they kidnapped. And according to my mom, they saw plane. Plane.
Are you guys here?
How did bandits get plane? How? She was so lucky to escape.
So it might not be plane that will need a runway. It could be maybe one of those fighting jets or fighting helicopter or something. Because they are claiming that they know where these children are. The ones that were taken on Monday, why have they not gone to, why have they not gone to get them? Ataya, guys, let's take a couple of calls. I've got another 10 minutes to spare. The link is in the comment section. Let's take a couple of calls and then we'll call it a day. Because I'm tired. My tired is tired, man. My tired is tired. Let's take 2 calls. If anybody wants to call in, the link's in the comment section. Let's take a couple of calls and I will round up this live stream. I am tired. After today, I don't think I want to speak about this anymore because it's heartbreaking. It's draining. It's actually draining. I think I'm going to log off. Instagram for a couple of days or something. It's absolutely draining. Like, you know what, the news I see when I sleep, it bothers me. Like, I've not been able to sleep. When I was talking about those girls that were adopted, now they said between the ages of 3 and 4, 5, the thought of what they're going to do to those children. The thought of what they're going to do, they will probably grip those ones and then they buy them. It's just the thought of what they're going to do to those children. It's not right. And some people are still here. They are saying that they are promising Tinubu 2027 when they should be clamoring for him to resign. Because some of these things were happening during the time of Buhari and Jonathan. He was asking that they should resign. In his own case now, it's even worse. Let him leave. And yes, somebody said if he leaves now, who is going to step into place? We will cross that bridge when we get there. We will cross that bridge when we get there. I'm super tired. And yes, also, I've heard people say that, Nigerian celebrities are not taking... We won't blame them, because they are just another Nigerian citizen, right? But the ones that campaign for for the current power, for the current government in power, all of them, they go chop out of all of these things. They will eat out of all of these things. My own is that Trump must come. Trump must come because all of these killings, like I said, I've been saying in all of my videos, all of these killings have been happening. Have been happening for a while. It happened during the Jonathan own. It happened during Buhari's own. Our government was just used to hearing say 10 people died, 20 people were quiet, 25 people were quiet. They were used to it, that they didn't want to do anything. Meanwhile, the US and all of the people on ground were gathering evidence. They were gathering evidence to use against Nigerian governments. Now they've gathered evidence. They're now declared Nigerian country of concern. And people are... It was that Gumi. That Gumi was the first person that spoke, replying to the US government before the Nigerian government even said anything, saying they must apologize. Why would they do this? Why would they do that? Like I said, if they find that man, if they find him and arrest him, I believe we are halfway through resolving all of this issue. I'm going to read the last few comments, and guys, I'll round up, man. I'm fed up. I'm tired. I'm just tired. Like, I'm exhausted hearing all the news. I was just saying to somebody that I wish I've got everything I need. I will get all of my family and loved ones out of Nigeria. I will get my family and my loved ones out of Nigeria because it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. And now, because I did a video yesterday saying that, please, if that traveling is not important, please don't go. If you're going to be traveling by road, you will, because they're now saying that most of these Lagos roads, if you're traveling from Iwo or some areas like that, that these roads are not safe to travel. Please just be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. And people are saying they will defend themselves, they will carry cutlass. You will carry cutlass, and person will carry pow. Who go first fall? Who go first die? Person will carry pow, and you will carry cutlass. Now who go first fall? Now you where you carry cutlass go first fall now, because by the time when you say you won't take cutlass cut person will carry pow don't already haunt you. Is no what. There's exactly, princess. There's no day you come online as a Nigerian that you won't hear bad news. It's just too much. It's draining. I was at work today, and my mind just keep drifting to all of the news I've seen on social media today. I went to bed last night. I was just like my dream was just reflecting all of the things I've seen on social media, and I think I need to log off. I need to log off internet. I think I'm going to just go back to doing some gossip videos for now. Like it's too much. It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. It's just too much. It's like I'm gonna read the last comment and I'll leave. Okay, guys. According Vivian said, according to FBI, children under 5 don't survive adoption past 25. Exactly, because no, it's just I don't know. Five. I've tried. I've tried. Like I see news like all of these news. I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it because there are other channels I know that speak about this thing. I see these news. I forward it to them because they are better at dissecting these things better than I am. Especially UB. If you go to Uncle Beno's channel, Uncle Beno is into politics. For me, I'm really not into politics, but when it concerns women, young children, I'm much more interested. So that's why I don't talk much about politics on my channel as much. But if I see any news, either news or politics where it's affecting women and children, obviously you see me, I'll talk about, because these are some of the species that are really not being cared for in Nigeria that much. And like I've always said to you guys that if I ever had an opportunity to work with any governmental harm in Nigeria, I would rather work with the Department of Children and Women, because that's the department, that's the area of that's a group of people in Nigeria that I feel like they are not really being heard. They are really not being cared for as they should be. So yeah, if I ever get any contract to work with the government on anything, it's going to be on women and children. It's going to be on women and children. I'm not going to do past that. But hey ho, Princess said there is no day you come online as a Nigerian that you won't hear bad news coming from that country. Every blessed day is one bad news after the other. It's exhausting. You know what? I'm tired. I even saw a video now that a guy came up with a song singing for all of the pastors, singing for all of the Nigerian pastors. Oh, more that one. Sam Larry said Nigerian citizens' life are meaningless in the eye of Nigerian politics. They don't care. They don't care. Princess Constant, I've already told my family to start selling their properties to relocate to Ghana, Togo, or even Benin Republic. But Ghana, nobody. How long ago did Ghana have an issue with Nigeria? How long ago? You know what, guys? Let me go. It's really draining. It's really draining. Let me go, guys. And for those people that have been arrested now, the government are not saying anything about those people that were taken. The government are not saying anything about where are they going to get 100 million naira from? 100 million naira for one person. Where are they going to get the money from? Guys, like I said, just be very careful, be very conscious of the environment. If you see any Waka Kurukere movements in your area, don't keep quiet. Notify people that you think they should know about it. If you see any Waka Kurukere, any suspecting setup that you think, oh, that setup was not there 3 days ago, how come it's there? Speak to somebody, don't keep quiet, because now they are telling us that all of these mini odds, these people are everywhere. I've been saying this in all of my videos that how are we so sure that these people, that if you think that they are just in the north, what makes you think that they are not already in Lagos? What makes you think that they are not already in Lagos? What makes you think that they are not already in Abeokuta, in Ogun State, in Oyo? What makes you think that they are not already there? Just be very careful. Just be careful, and please say to your family members, if a travel, if you don't have to travel. If it's not a must, don't travel. If just at this moment, just don't travel. Don't do it. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you're just joining this live stream and you've not, you've just joined it, please, if you have the chance, watch from the beginning so you understand what we're all speaking about. We spoke about Nigerian Nnamdi Kanu and the atrocities, the 25 girls that were arrested, even though they were kidnapped, even though we were told that we know where they are. You know where they are. This is Friday now. You've not been able to. Nobody's found them yet. Now, before we even say Jack Robinson, they've taken 35 people from Kwara State. Now they are contacting families asking for 100 million naira for each person. 100 million naira for each person. Arisi Gwamishi went to Kwara State to go and visit that mama. Hopefully, he just went there to go check up on the mama to do his old widow's mites. And before we know it, this morning again, more than 200, according to that lady, more than 200 people were taken from that school in PD or something. No, I don't know. I don't know which way forward. I don't know. Guys, let me go. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you guys at some point. There are some interesting topics I really want us to discuss tomorrow. I think I will set up that live stream maybe in the morning. Right now, I just want to go to my bed. Thank you, guys. Stay safe, everyone, and yeah, just make sure you are checking on your family, and just keep reminding them to ensure that they are safe wherever they go. With that being said, have an amazing weekend. I'll see you guys later. All right. Good night. Bye, everybody, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you so. Maybe I said, wait, has anyone asked what the terrorists? I don't know. Who knows what they use the money for? That's another question. They collect all this money because Gumi was saying that they live in forest, they live in so place. They chose to live that way because there are some people who are not actually bandits who believe in planting crops and stuff like that. We don't know what they do with the money, and that's a very, very good question, Vivian. I think I'm going to throw that question to Uncle B and to Uncle Beno. Maybe Uncle Beno can do investigation. We don't know what they do with the money. Maybe they are collecting that money for some people. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Do they look like people who handle millions? I don't believe so. No, I don't believe so. They are probably taking that, collecting that ransom and giving it to some people who are actually funding all of their atrocities. I think that's what's happening. Guys, let me go. I'll see you guys later, right? Have an amazing weekend. And yeah, I think I really need to take time off Instagram. I need to take time off. Have an amazing weekend, guys. I'll see you all later, right? Bye for now. Bye.